What's happening, people? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm excited. This is Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 109. I'm excited about this one. I do know what this is, but I'm excited to see this card in person. It's always nerve-wracking buying expensive Pokemon cards and wondering, did I really get what I paid for? Is this thing going to be dinged, dented, creased, whitening in places that I didn't see before? So these are all the things going through my head. Also, it's nice to take just a second back from all of the content that I'm seeing on my homepage right now on YouTube. It's overwhelming, and none of it really is grabbing my attention or feeling like it's contributing to my own knowledge of this hobby. So you know what? This is the perfect day to do a mail day video. Usually I save mail day videos for days like this where I just feel like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a step back from everything going on in the hobby, and you know what? We're gonna open some mail that just came in. So let's go ahead, get this open. Now, eBay should probably not be the place that you are buying all of your high-end Pokemon cards. I really like it though. I've had really good experiences. I've probably overpaid a little bit too on some stuff, but I do like that it goes through authentication. I do like that they put it in these nice, rigid, sturdy boxes. And so here we go. You guys ready? Big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! There it is! The first edition Gyarados PSA 9. It is not a thick stamp, it is a thin stamp, but let's go ahead, take this bad boy out, go ahead and take a look at him. Alright. Now, I told you guys one thing I was going to set out to do, which is definitely impacting my ability to make other content, kind of like opening up packs and trying different products. I am doing less and less of that. One, because it's just not fulfilling. It doesn't really help me in any way. It's really just more so entertainment for myself and you guys. But I am getting way more fulfillment just buying the cards that I really like. And you know what? With Paldean Faith so far, I'm not going to lie, definitely shot myself in the foot buying a case of Paldean Faiths. We've opened all but one ETB. Hopefully that last ETB has something, but honestly, the odds are against me that one ETB has an SIR in it. I have yet to get a single SIR. I've opened 9 ETBs of Paldean Fates. That was not fun. In other news, before we take a closer look at this Gyarados, wow, this thing is beautiful. Okay, in other news, I was able to score some 151 booster bundles, which is about the only modern product that I'm actually excited about buying. Honestly, nothing excites me in this hobby right now. It's just, nothing does. Nothing modern excites me. 151 is still the only thing that's exciting me in this hobby. One, the value is there, but two, it's just an OG set. I like opening the OG style sets. Definitely would call myself like a Pokemon boomer, but that's okay. I accept that. I was able to get 3 bundles on bestbuy.com. I checked back later, both refreshing the page, signing out, signing back in, and then having Diana, my fiance, check it herself. Best Buy 151 booster bundles are sold out. So that was quick. I feel like that was just available a couple days ago. So that sold out very fast. Only other option now, it seems, to get a decent deal is Target. So guys, if you want 151, it seems like Target is probably your last bet to get some more 151. And it makes sense. 151 is not the current set right now, so why would it be in stores? But usually you see a hodgepodge of different sets still being held in stores, and we're not seeing that right now. I never see 151. I see Paradox Rift. I see Paldean Fates. I see everything other than 151. All the different types of accessory products, or auxiliary products, I should say, the tins and the blisters, and I don't want any of that stuff. I know people really like these other sets, but I think the rest of the year it's just going to be 151 for me. We haven't seen the newest sets drop. We know about temporal forces. Me personally, I don't see the value in temporal forces. That's a very personal opinion, right? Because I know a lot of people like this set, and as a Pokemon fanboy, right, I want to like every set, right? But I can't force myself to like every set, right? If I just don't like the set, I don't like the set. It is what it is. And we all have different opinions, and we all have different cards that we like, different styles that we like, and I respect that. I welcome it and respect it, but just not for me. And that kind of leads me back to, like, if this is an era full of so-so sets that I'm only collecting and buying, right? Like, I'm going to buy Temporal Forces too. I don't really want to, but I'm going to, because I think it's important to stay current with every set, give every set a chance, give every set a try. And I intend to do that, whether I like it or not, which is kind of ridiculous, because that just kind of means I'm willing to buy anything that Pokemon puts out and give it a try. But my advice to you guys watching this is, if you don't like the set, don't buy it, okay? Don't buy it. I'm on a journey on my own here. I want to collect and semi-master all of the modern sets. I highly doubt in my lifetime I'm going to master all the modern sets. I doubt it. There are so many little cards in there. It's not even the money part of it. It's just more the time part of it and finding all these missing cards. I just don't think it's possible. So it would be bad to recommend to you guys that, like, you should give every set a chance and buy every set. I mean, in the ideal, perfect world, sure. But, yeah, if you don't like a set, sit down on it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Wait for a really good set that you not only want to open, but you want to put your money into. You want to invest in, all that good stuff. So, yeah. 151 Target seems to be my last shot. I was really hoping to get a couple more of those booster bundles, but it is what it is. And I don't even like the bundles that much. I really want more UPCs. We were spoiled by the TikTok prices for a while in those UPCs, and now that that's gone, I am feeling the hurt. I'm feeling the hurt. I really wish I could get those UPCs back at that price point. You know, it felt too good to be true, but it wasn't too good to be true. I just should have been stocking up way more on TikTok when I had a chance. But it is what it is. I'm glad that I at least got a decent amount of product off of TikTok. We had some really awesome pulls and hits from 151. All right, let's get into it. Looking at this Gyarados, the holo looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and take this guy out of the, they do this on every authenticated card. Put this little barcode on there, and this little non-resealable strip that easily could be resealable. So I don't know how they can guarantee that void if damaged. Like, and from what I understand, once it goes through authentication, there's no turning back from there. So I don't even know why that void, if opened, is on there, because it kind of doesn't make a difference. From what I understand, I have never personally tried to return something, but I feel once it's been authenticated, there are no refunds on that. Okay, looking at the back, holy lord, this thing is clean. In another lifetime, this card easily could have been a PSA 10 in another life. It is gorgeous. I am so happy I bid on this guy. Where is it? Where's the flaw? Where's the flaw? I'm looking for it. Where is it? It's somewhere. Where is the damn flaw? I don't see any flaws in this card whatsoever. Maybe slight off center. I guess they hit it because it was off center. Okay, now for you guys to enjoy it, because I have been oogling at it enough. Oogle, is that a word? Not sure, don't care. All right, look at this guy. So Gyarados, the last one I had of Gyarados was a PSA 5. This Gyarados is, as you can see, PSA 9. I have been talking a lot about the, I mentioned in a video the quadfecta of cards, the Shining first editions. I mean, literally, even unlimited Shinings are great. Unlimited Shinies are great. Unlimited base set is awesome in my opinion. A lot of great deals to be had on unlimited base set. Yeah, first edition base, then first edition Shinings, Crystals, Gold Stars. That seems to be the quadfecta, the 4 groups that seem to do really, really well. Now, a distinction between these is that first edition base you can find these every single week, right? These are honestly more common than most people realize. First edition is everywhere. First edition base is everywhere. You can get it any day of the week. It's out there. Now, finding the perfect cards, that's another story. Now, this card has an 83 cert up here. Is that 83.9? Yeah, 83.99. So this thing was right about to be in the 84 cert. It was very freshly graded. Right now we might be on 85, 86. I think we're still on 85. But this was 84 or 83, basically 84. Beautiful, freshly graded. As you guys can see, I'm trying to get this really up close so you guys can see the quality of this holo on this guy. If we look at the front, we start to see that it's off center. I think that's why they gave this card a 9. I really do. I know they're really harsh on grading vintage and they don't just throw out 10s, but I was honestly shocked this didn't get a 10, and you'll see why when I show you the back. Now, what I do want to mention is that it's off center, so I think that's just why they gave it. We've got a really thick bottom border here, and then it's thinner over here, so the thick side is here and here. So it is definitely off center, but I just can't believe it. I do wish it was a thick stamp, but you know, I'll take it being a thin stamp. I paid $12.25 and then a withdrawal fee of $50. So $12.75 all in. I'm not exactly proud of that price, right? I wish I would have gotten it a little bit less, but I sold my PSA 5 for around $500, I think. And I took a hit on fees, so let's say $450. And I rolled it into this one. So, you know, I feel like I still got it discounted because I kind of traded up. But at the end of the day, I told you guys that I was going to start replacing all of my first editions, as it is in that quadfecta of cards that I feel like is very investment worthy right now. Maybe not even, let's not even say investment worthy right now. Let's just say cards that have dipped in value a lot, that are super iconic, that everybody can appreciate. Those are the cards that I'm going after right now. And after I complete my collection goals for the most part, I will embark on full-time accumulating these cards to sell them. And it's also because I love these cards, right? I recently sold my Crystal Lugia. I finally sold my Crystal Lugia. I picked that up for 2.5. I sold it for 2.6. You would say, Orion, that wasn't even worth it. You made $100. Why did you even do that? Because I love the card. I love the card. I wanted it to represent my eBay store. So I bought it just off of like, this is a really cool card to represent the store. I already own one. It's behind me. So why not? And I made a little bit of money on the side. Nothing really to brag about, but didn't really hurt anybody either. Was $100 over the last sold price. Question now is, will the person that bought it from me pay for it? They have not paid yet. So now I'm nervous about that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they pay for it. Hopefully they like it. But okay, show you guys the back of the card, just so you can see how freaking clean this card is. This card is ridiculously clean. Do you see this? Like, whoa. This thing is crispy. Crispy. Let's look at this corner. Looking good. This corner. Looking good. This corner. Looking good. This corner. Looking good. It looks like it has a... No, that was on the slab. This corner. Looking good. How? Guys, this is one of my proudest recent purchases. PSA 9. And it looks so good. This is why there's so much value in PSA 9 cards. A lot of the PSA 10 cards, they're kind of grandfathered into PSA now. Like, PSA is not giving out 10s like they were initially. They're trying to keep pops low. Pop controlling, I don't know if that's even a thing. But wow, this thing is gorgeous. I'm definitely giving myself pat on the back here for this Gary. And so to that point, right, I sold first edition Mewtwo. I sold Let's see if we can get the light on that. This thing looks stunning when I'm looking at it in person. See if we can get the light on it. Hold on. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I sold first edition Mewtwo, first edition Alakazam. I still need to get both of those back. First edition Hitmonchan. So there's 3 that I've sold that I haven't got back yet. At Collecticon several months back, when it was in Charlotte, I traded the Blastoise and the Venusaur for my Gold Star Rayquaza, along with a couple other cards, including 2 Shadowless Charizards, a base set 2 Charizard, and I think an Unlimited as well. I traded a lot of cards to get that Gold Star Rayquaza. That was tough. But anyways, I am back to going after all of these first edition base set cards. And guys, it's going to be a long road to the top. I think a lot of people are going after CGC 9s, Beckett's. I think it's a value thing, right? I think you can get much better value out of going with those companies as far as them being graded already by people. For me personally, I just feel like in the end, I'm going to just come right back to PSA. So I figured I'll just go ahead and stick with PSA. And so that's what I'm doing. So this Gyarados is actually the first. This Gyarados is the first of many first edition base set pickups that I will be making. Trying to get this thing on here properly. Beautiful. I got it in its PSA sleeve. It looks so pretty. One thing that I kind of regret is, buying all of these. I mean, they're great because I have them on display, but like the Phantom display cases, the graded guards, guys, what are we doing? We are adding so much plastic to these cards. We are adding so many things to spend money on in this hobby. It's so ridiculous. Like just get some nice, they don't even have to be the PSA ones, but for me, this is how I want all my cards to look here on out. I would even argue that I wish I could go back and just get PSA stands for all these cards, Beckett stands, whatever, just slab stands. And then I could just display them like this. And they would look just as nice and probably even a little bit clearer. Oh, but Orion Phantom display has UV protection and it looks cool and it's got that heavy weight to it. It's so easy to sell us on anything, and that's apparent right now in the hobby. Like, we all bought a plastic holder, a heavy plastic holder for our cards. I mean, it's cool, but they were kind of overpriced in my opinion, and I just wish I could have just put that money towards another really nice card that I needed. But it is what it is. They make really cool displays for the cards, but you can get displays for super cheap. Anyways, I am really excited to have this card. I'm still looking for something other than the centering. Yeah, they knocked this on the centering. This guy, whoever graded this, whether it was the seller to me, I think that they were gunning in hopes that they might hit a PSA 10 on this card. I think they were gunning for it, but PSA really just said, no sir, no sir. Look at the centering. You got thick boy edges over here and skinny boy edges over here. No sir. So fine by me. I have always said that I would rather have a really strong PSA 9 that wasn't well centered, but was flawless on the back of the card. I have always said that. Always said it. And man, this one is nice. Really nice. Definitely a huge upgrade on the Gyarados PSA 5 that I had before. And, they're not all 5s, right? I think, let's see. Get this out. Ugh. Nope, not in there. It's not in there. And the main part of all this is, let me just bring this thing up here so I can show you guys. The main thing is, this was one of the first big collection goals that I set out to accomplish. This is my semi-complete now first edition base master set. Now, these cards off to the side here, all of these are just random first editions, and some Charizard cards that I got back from PSA that I'm just happy with. And like, you know, these are kind of cool. I'll hold on to these. But these 3 rows, can't even hold this thing up. These 3 rows right here are all first edition base set. And so it's like, for a second, I was about to just give up on trying to go after first edition base set in PSA. And then I decided, you know what? You've already got all the commons and uncommons, which there are a bunch of those in there that aren't PSA 9. That's something I can easily replace down the road. The goal here was to complete the holo sets first, get all of those in PSA 9, and then come back. And I might not even get all of them in PSA 9, right? Like Clefairy in PSA 9, is that something that I really want? Let's see, what do I have left here? This isn't even a holo, but one of my favorite ones is this thick stamp first edition Pikachu. And he's an 8, but this is one of my favorite cards out of the whole master set. I just love Pikachu. He looks awesome. But let's see. There are 16 holos, and then of course I've got my Charizard over here. I posted it facing me just so I could remind myself that, like, dude, you have come a long way. Here's my first edition PSA 5 Zard. And that guy is up for sale. I need to send it to the vault, but I still like looking at it. Like, guys, this is such an iconic card. These guys are dirt cheap right now. Well, no, they're not dirt cheap. They are not dirt cheap. They're dirt cheap in comparison to what they were going for a year or two ago, right? I still have a screenshot on my phone of a Z&G Emporium auction that went for 16.6 for a PSA 9 Charizard not too long ago. So that's kind of where my head is set at with the PSA 9 prices. But yeah, we got Charizard, we got Raichu, which is a 7. So I'm not in any rush to replace some of these. Nidoking, which is a 6, which is a really strong 6. Zapdos, which is a 6. This Clefairy, which is a 5. Magneton, which I believe is a 7, a really strong 7. Ninetales, 6. Machamp, 5. I need to replace that ASAP because that card's like 209. That one's cheap. And then Poliwrath and Clefairy last up there. So right now, this first edition set is in shambles right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus the Gyarados added. So 11. Okay, so I'm missing 5. Blastoise, Venusaur, Mewtwo, Hitmonchan, and Alakazam. So I need to replace those at some point with PSA 9. But for now, I'm going to put that Charizard back against the wall facing me. But for now, I'm happy that I've got this Gyarados to start this new journey with, going after first edition PSA 9. I wish I would have just started like that, but it's okay. I've got my first edition PSA 9 card back. That was dope. Anyways, it was awesome to share that with you guys. You know, I could always just knock everything over. I could always just open up this stuff by myself, but it really wouldn't be that enjoyable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Just getting the mail in and be like, oh, I got my card. Okay, now the dopamine is crashing. Whereas at least if I make a video with it, I can always watch these videos back someday and kind of track my progress, and also hold myself accountable because, you know, I say I'm going to do things sometimes and I might not always execute on them. And this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I have no idea how I'm going to pull it off. But especially with a limited amount of funds and trying to go after everything else, gold stars and picking up cards that I can sell and finishing my crystal set, you know, there's just... And then going after first edition shinings, that's going to be very expensive. So I have a long way ahead of me in this collecting hobby. And it's just nice to be able to share with you guys. And I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. We are almost at 4,700 subscribers, which means that in 300-ish subscribers, we are going to open one of those base set unlimited heavy packs. hopefully I can live, you know, a fantasy of opening a base set pack and pulling a Charizard card. That's definitely on my like dream list of like TCG fantasies. That would be sick. I know Unlimited Charizard Orion, that's so basic, but it would be amazing to pull that card. I don't care what anybody says. It would be epic to pull that card. But more than likely, with my luck lately, it's going to end up being Clefairy, Poliwrath, Hitmonchan, Mewtwo, Ninetales. I mean, Mewtwo wouldn't be bad, but any of the cards that you can get in the theme decks are not ideal. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. But thanks for watching the mail day video, and I might do a vlog style video, just like talking about life in general, maybe talking about YouTube. I might do a vlog style video tomorrow, and then we'll kind of get back on track, do some more Pokemon based content. We've got our stream coming up on Wednesday. I get the Pokemon 151 booster bundles on Tuesday. So that means we will have some 151 product to open up. I know it's been too long on this upcoming stream. Anyways, peace out, guys. Make it a great day.